The power of social equity. Okay, when I was in secondary school, my secondary school, which is also known as high school, was not far from where I was staying. So I usually take a walk from my home to school. So, and here in the part of the world, we usually wear uniforms to school. So by looking at the child's uniform, you can know the school they attend. So there was this woman who had a son who was also in my school. So whenever I'm going to school, she gives me a ride. She gives me a lift. There was no time I had to wave her down or flag her down. She took the initiative to give me a ride because she knew I was going to the same school with her son, and she would be saving me a lot of energy by putting me in her car. So this woman took the initiative to help me without me asking. She saw an obvious need, an obvious area of need, and she readily filled it in without me asking. She's a very thoughtful person. I cannot forget her. This incident I'm talking about is as far back as 12 to 13 years ago, but it's still fresh in my memory because what she did left an impact in my life. As little as it is, or as little as it was, I consider it a very great thing because a lot of people are unkind. A lot of people are only looking out for themselves. She could have said, what if this girl was a thief? She could steal something from my car, so I'm not going to take her. But she did not just take me once, she took me every time she saw me. Every time she saw me. In fact, there are days I've had to pray, oh God, let this woman just appear, especially when I know I'm already late to school and I have to take a walk down. So I cannot forget what she did for me. And what she did for me is called social equity. By that action, she now has a social equity with me because she was able to reach out to help me with an intangible thing that is a valuable thing. And because I'm a grateful person and I'm a thoughtful person, I owed it to her. I honor her for that. So, the power of social equity is our talk today. My name is Joanaiyegbusi, and my name is Joanaiyegbusi. This is my email. If you look down on your screen, you can follow me on Instagram at Joanaiyegbusi. That's my personal account. Or you can follow me on my business account, Elgrace Branding. That is the name. So, back to the power of social equity. I just explained a life story of what social equity is all about. Now, for an house girl, an housemaid who stays with a family and the family was able to take care of her tuition, raise her well as if she was a family member, what she owes that family is social equity. If she's a good person, she should not forget the good that that family has done for her. But now let's break it down to ourselves as individuals, as people. When you're selling a product or when you're offering a service, when you can advertise the product of your service, of a friend's, when you can advertise your friend on whatever platform you have, that is building social equity. The day you need them to advertise something from you, you can also share to them. So that way, you're crossbreeding your audience. So the people who are in your audience who need a service will get his or her service, and the people who are in his or her audience will get your own service. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. Let me paint a picture very quickly. Let's say I'm a dry cleaner and I have a friend who is a makeup artist. So I can advertise a product that, Shola does makeup and all on my WhatsApp status, Facebook or Instagram or whatever the case may be. The day I would also need someone to advertise my dry cleaning product, I can send it to Shola to help me advertise on our own platform. So that way, the people who I know who need makeup can patronize Shola, and the people who need dry cleaning services who are on Shola's contact list or circle of friends will be able to reach me through Shola. So that way, our social equity is benefiting us. So I'll be moving to my next slide. How can social equity help a startup? It's very important that as a startup, you build social equity. Because like I said in my previous videos, people buy into your personality before they can buy your product or service. So it's easier for me to buy something from a friend who is referring you or recommending you than buying it from an entirely unknown person, a total or a complete stranger. I'd rather buy from someone I know. For example, like the picture I paint, if Shola shares something about the dry cleaning service and maybe I just see a random post or a random flyer or a random signpost somewhere that says dry cleaning services and all, I would rather talk to Shola and tell her, oh Shola, I saw a dry cleaning service on your whatever. Can I get the contact of the person? And then the transaction begins. Instead of patronizing a completely, a complete stranger. It works. So this is how you crossbreed your clients. Now, the question I want to ask you is, are you building social equity? Now, on this group, on this platform, I asked us to invite people so that we can build our non-cash exchange equity, aka social equity. Some of us did it, some of us did not. For those people who did, whoever you invited will be grateful to you for inviting them, because in actual sense, nobody can compete with you. Whatever course you're starting is for you. The person you invited does not necessarily have to start selling the same course you're selling. And even if the person wants to start selling the same course you're selling, you might not have the same curriculum, the same way to it, the same pricing, the same approach, or the same platform. So you do not have to be afraid of reaching out to other people, to opportunities that will be relevant, especially when they will not necessarily be your competitors. So I would advise you, build social equity. Never ever hoard an information you know that can help other people. Now, I actually have a weakness. I find it difficult to ask people for money. But I'm also a businesswoman. For example, when I started my animation class, I was almost feeling somehow for wanting to put a price on the animation class. I almost wanted to teach it for free because I'm someone who just likes to teach whatever I know. As soon as I get a light, an understanding about something or clarity about something, I just want to share it. I just want people to know about it. I just want the whole world to know, oh, this is the right way to do it. This is what you need to do to save yourself all those mistakes and all those stress and all. I'm just like that. So I'm a natural teacher. I learned that from my pastor. He said, a teacher is someone who is always wanting to teach what they know. And that is exactly how I am. And because I'm like that, I've been able to build social equity. I'm doing this for free. I just built a whole lot of social equity. Because everyone who listens to this know that they are taking value. I'm offering value. Real value, real-time value, which is costly, it's worth a lot of money, but I'm doing that free. So I just built my social equity. So when I asked you to invite people to this group, you would have built your social equity on this group. You're done with this class. You will not necessarily have competitors, especially if you listen to the YouTube video I shared. I talked about the fact that you're selling your experience. So if you find out that a whole lot of persons are doing a particular thing, you don't necessarily have to do the same thing. You have to find a unique niche for your own self. For yourself, rather. You need to find your unique niche. So if you had invited somebody here, you'd have built social equity with that person. And it's actually not too late to invite them because the link is still out there. So if I were you, I I would invite those I need to invite and let them know this information, because it has no way of stopping you from getting the customers or clients that you should get. I have a quote which says that everybody can take first in a class. So I find it appalling when people rejoice at the fact that only few take first place in a particular field or sector. I think everybody can be first. The only thing is that some people are not given what is required to be a first person or to take the first position in their field. And no matter how you want to see this, there is actually no competition in the world, because there is a huge number of people out there who need your services. So even if somebody seems to be doing what you're doing, there are people who do not know that person exists. And if you know how to put your onions right, you can reach those who are not customers of the other person and build your own client base. You don't necessarily have to snatch, in quotes, snatch other people's clients or customers. You can build your own. You can build your own. Yes, you can build your own. The only thing you should do is to keep working on your brand, keep improving your services, and ensure that whatever you are promising your clients is being delivered. If you're doing that, people will come to you naturally. So I would implore you today to build social equity. Don't be afraid to help people around you. Don't be afraid to share what they do. Don't be afraid to rejoice with other people's success, because that is how you get your own success. Let me paint a picture. Let's say you have a friend who got an offer in a particular place, a job, let's say a job. Now, if you are an item branding expert, do you know, because you have a friend in that particular company, it's easier for you to penetrate that company because you have someone there. But imagine if you began to share some beef, you begin to get angry with the person, or you begin to get envious of the person for the person's promotion. It's going to be difficult for you to approach them when you now need them. So every time somebody in your circle or friend or peer or whatever seems to get a promotion, rejoice with them, because it means that you also have a better opportunity and a better chance at life. Yes, that is what it means. So you should never feel bad. In fact, sometimes your friends get a promotion to a particular place or thing, and the experiences they get would actually help you when you also get to the same place, so you don't have to make the same mistakes they probably made. So they've actually gone ahead of you and they've made your path straight. So the reason why I'm sharing this is you need to build your social equity, and to do that you need to conquer envy, competition, and jealousy. You need to have genuine love and concern for the product and services of other people around you. Support them, because when you now need people, they will also support you. You don't. The moment you begin to feel that you're getting envious, come on, sit down with yourself, talk to yourself, and pray about it. Talk to yourself, God, I'm feeling envious. Take this thing away, because it's a terrible feeling. It's a huge hindrance, especially now. Because let me give you a peep into the future. In the next 50 years, the office of the richest person would not exist again. It would be a shame to be so rich and you're not doing anything to help your community. The world is getting there now. The people that will now be celebrated most are those who give more, not those who hoard more. That is, those who keep more to themselves. That is the future. So you need to start building yourself for the future. Stop holding back. Stop keeping everything to yourself. Stop it. You won't grow that way. The only way you will grow is by helping people. Because the seeds you sow will definitely, without for sure, without fail, it will definitely come back to you. Even if it's not the people you help, somebody somewhere will help you. So keep sowing your good seeds. Keep doing your good deeds. Right now, that woman who used to give me a lift when I was in secondary school, I do not have access to her because that was in Ilorin, Kwara State. I'm currently in Lagos, Nigeria. So we are far apart. But I know that seed she has sown, she would repeat. It may not come from me, but she will definitely repeat. So be conscious of the fact that everything you're doing is coming back to you. You do not even know who is watching you. Someone might be watching, wow, this girl, this guy, she's really good. She celebrates her colleagues. She helps people. She's always promoting other people's brand, not just ours. Somebody is watching you who can even take note of that good attitude you have and recommend you in great places someday. So build your social equity. And like I said, it's actually not too late to invite someone to join this group and to begin to do other good things you have been neglecting to do. It is time for you to start building your social equity, because without it, you will not go far as a startup. You need people that will speak for you in places that matter. And people will only be able to say the experience they've had with you. So the question is, what will people say about your brand? About you as a person? Because like I always say, people buy into you first before they buy into whatever you're selling. So, who are you? What or who do people perceive you to be today? How do you want people to perceive you henceforth? Write it down and find ways. Highlight what you need to start doing to become what you've written. I hope this discussion has been beneficial to you. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I always share content that will be beneficial to your brand. And if you're smart, I know you'll do that. And if you're smart, one of the things you can also do is to share some of these contents, these links, to your friends and people around you. They will thank you. They will be grateful. And perhaps maybe you even know someone who has been holding back from doing good to people. You can share this to them so that their perspective will change. My name is Joanaiyegbusi, and I am your coach. My email is on your screen, and Joanaiyegbusi is my Instagram handle, and my business handle is Elgrace Branding. You can follow me, and you can contact me if you have questions, and you can contact me for consulting. However, my consulting sessions are not free. So thank you for listening, and see you again next time.